Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having the same sign on the 12th and 1st house, or the 12th and 1st house duplicated in a natal chart. Now, when someone has duplications in their chart, they're always going to be on consecutive houses, and they can strongly integrate and amalgamate the qualities that are represented by the two houses. Now, when you're talking about having the 1st and 12th house in the same sign and having a duplication, well, this can make for an interesting personality, because what it could do is make the person may seem very mysterious. Maybe the personality can be somewhat secretive, somewhat enigmatic. Maybe this person doesn't really quite understand themselves 100%, because the 12th house is like that house of mystery, and the 1st house is that outer demeanor, that outer personality of the person. And maybe there can be some difficulty, maybe to some degree, in the projection of the personality to some level. Now, this person can be someone who's perhaps their secret enemies or adversaries may impact maybe their outlook on life to some degree. Perhaps this person, their outer personality may be somewhat impacted by a person that has mental illness, such as somebody maybe prominent in the person's life. Perhaps hospitals, people in hospitals may have influenced this person strongly. An experience in a hospital, maybe in some isolated cases, maybe this person, for example, had an accident and was in the hospital, met somebody and acted as a mentor. I know that's very remote and isolated, but that, I'm just saying that as a possibility with having these two houses in the same sign. Now, perhaps this person's on a negative scale, maybe perhaps self-undoing can come from this person's outer demeanor, their outer personality. Perhaps spirituality is something that this person is what people get on from a first impression from this person. Maybe this, as far as the first impression goes, perhaps people can detect that this person may be very secretive, very private, very mysterious. This could be someone who's perhaps their subconscious somehow figures strongly in their outer personality. Their restrictions, their limitations may impact them to some degree, maybe strongly, more so than the average person. This could be perhaps this person can look at perhaps the 12th and the 1st house being in the same sign. Maybe this person can come across as somebody that can be somewhat of that mystery, somebody that is very strongly maybe into mysteries, things that are confounding, perplexing. Maybe this is someone that likes to figure maybe those things out. Maybe they're enamored with those things in life. Perhaps maybe some kind of restriction or limitation may have an impact on the person's physical body and their appearance to some degree. Perhaps what they do in privacy and seclusion plays a role in their physical body and appearance. This could be someone, for example, that works out vigorously in private, and it shows in their appearance. Maybe, or on a negative side, another example could be maybe there's some difficulties in the person's private life, and it shows from others when they get that first impression from the person, such as someone, for example, if they were having difficulties in their private life, they can come across as maybe somewhat despondent or dejected. Or on the other side of the coin, if things in this person's private life are flourishing and going well, this person may exhibit a more ebullient and expansive type of outer demeanor and characteristics. So that is something to consider when having these two houses in the same sign. Now, of course, the sign that is on it will flavor this as well. Now, let's say that somebody has the zodiac sign Libra on the 1st and the 12th house. Well, Libra can be very diplomatic, charming, tactful, about compromise, being equitable, refined, about peace and harmony. And those things may be strongly not only projected in the outer demeanor and characteristics, which is the 1st house, but also may show this side surprisingly in private as well. And this person their outer personality may come out very strongly in their private matters in terms of their things in seclusion, in solitude. This person may very strongly want balance just in general, being on the 1st house cusp, but also that balance and equilibrium as far as their private matters go, and things of a secretive nature. So this could be someone that is able to exhibit those qualities, in this example, those Libra characteristics in their inner world and the outer world. So, and let's say this person has, for example, they have the 3rd and 9th house intercepted in their chart, and because with duplications you're going to have a pair of interceptions as well. So this could be somebody that could bring those Libra characteristics, the things connected with tact, diplomacy, harmony, the balance, being equitable and being fair and being charming, bringing that into their communications, which is the 3rd, and bringing it also into maybe the things that are associated maybe with higher education, the higher mind. And they could maybe find that, being the sign Libra, they could find that balance strongly in equilibrium between 3rd house and 9th house matters. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having the 12th and 1st house duplicated in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.